Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we are live, but not from studio yet. I just wanted to see the notification.
Hello again. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever that you're watching me from. You're watching live Nanative International, and of course, wherever that you are, we greet you in a very special way. We hope you're doing well. Your weekend has been amazing. As I said earlier yesterday, we'll be sitting with Think Africa organization, and of course, most particularly Yola Kenny, with me in the studio. We'll be discussing Helsinki's International Film Festival, which is underway, coming to on 16th to the 26th of September. And of course, on today's show, we'll also be giving out free tickets for someone or for your loved ones to go and watch any of the screenings for yourself. So, but in the meantime, many thanks and my appreciation goes out to Phil's Fish and Chips restaurant inside Chemin Saint Louis, Quebec City. For sponsoring us. Thank you so much for doing this. Why don't you invite your friends to be part of today's discussion? As I said, my guest is Yola Kenny, and we'll be talking extensively about the Helsinki International Film Festival, which is coming on the 16th to the 26th of September. So let's welcome our guests and let's kickstart that discussion. Well, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, my guest will be live with me.
It was really slow.
That's what I told you earlier.
Yeah, but first it wasn't like that from here. Would you
Maybe I have to leave and come in if it's going to be possible.
quickly? Yeah, quickly.
Hang up.
Okay.
Welcome back. We sincerely apologize for the break in transmission. Um, Welcome back once again. So we're going to, as I said earlier, we have in the house, we're going to talk about Helsinki International Film Festival, which is slated for the 16th of September to the 26th of September in Helsinki. So I'll be sitting with, in collaboration, of course, with Think Africa, one of the biggest organizations in Finland. And I'm going to be talking with one of the members, Yola Kenny. We'll be discussing extensively about the film festival happening in Helsinki, and of course, Think Africa's involvement and all about Think Africa. If you haven't heard or seen them or been part of it, so this is an opportunity for you also to get to know about Think Africa, and of course about Helsinki Film Festival, which is coming up on the 16th and the 26th of September, respectively. And of course, on the show, we also have the opportunity to give away tickets for our first two callers on the show to this evening and, of course, this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you're calling or watching us from. My name is Nana, and you're watching Nana TV live inside our studios here. And many thanks to everyone watching. Kindly share and invite your friends to be part of us in our studio. So I would invite our guests. Let's invite our guests to join me. Let's have a discussion on Helsinki Film Festival. Yola Kenny is in the studio with me. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's really a pleasure and honor to have you with us to discuss the Helsinki International Film Festival, and of course, a large Think Africa organization, what it stands for, and all of that. But before that, I would like to send my appreciation to Phil Fish and Chips restaurant inside 2900 Chemin, St. Louis in Quebec City for sponsoring us, and of course, Think Africa for making it possible for us to be here, powered by Nana TV International, of course, for us by us. Yola Kenny, as I said, is here with me, and she's going to help us digest all the questions and doubts. So perhaps if you have not heard that there's a festival coming up, film festival coming up in Helsinki, it's another opportunity for you to also know and, of course, attend. It's a must attend all the screenings and the African films involved. We're going to have all that here right now, so to clear all the doubts that we have. So welcome once again, Yola Kenny, to Nana TV International.
Thanks, Nana. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. How are you doing? How is Helsinki? How is you are in Tampere, I guess.
Yes, I am actually in Tampere, which is only about an hour and a half away from Helsinki, but all good over here. We're
Awesome. How is
in
the weather?
fall, so it's
I know
getting
fall
cold.
is already has shown up. How is the weather like?
Yeah, it's definitely getting chillier.
Right. Let's get, this is an opportunity to also get to know you also, kind of better. So I would have the opportunity to introduce yourself a bit more, then we take it from there.
Sure. Yeah, so as you mentioned, my name is Yolo Kenny, and I am a volunteer at Think Africa. My background is, so I'm Finnish Namibian. My mother was Namibian and my father was Finnish, but I was raised in Namibia. Spent most of my life there. Lived in Finland for some time, studied here, um, went to university and then went back to Namibia, where I have majority of my professional experiences in Namibia. And then I moved back to Finland about a year and a half ago, living here in Tampere. So it's been obviously a bit of a strange time to be to have moved back because it was in the middle of the pandemic. But it was quite nice to join the Think Africa community and be involved there and start to find a bit of the sense of community online for the most part. But yeah, that's what I've been keeping busy with.
That's awesome. Does it feel good to be back? I'm sure.
Pros and cons, I want to say it that way. But yes, for the most part, it does feel good.
That's a nice one. Now let's look at Helsinki International Film Festival. Can you give us a little highlights on this festival?
Yeah, so it's a festival that's organized annually, organized by a nonprofit organization called Love and Anarchy Association. And yearly they have a festival where they really celebrate films from all over the world, obviously being showcased in different venues across Helsinki. And with it being international, they have themes that are dedicated towards certain geographical kind of catalogs. And last year was the first time they had an African catalog, and then this year again they're doing it with the what's being called the African Express catalog. And in that catalog there are 12 films, I believe, as well as a short station, which means they also have a catalog of short films that will also be showcased. It's quite an extensive program and shown, films are shown several times in different venues. But what's really exciting is that it really is quite a wide range of different types of films that are being shown, from feature films to documentary films, short films already, as I mentioned. And Think Africa, along with Ubuntu Film Club, the Moroccan Embassy, the Tunisian Embassy, and the National Audio Visual Institute, works together towards kind of curating the films that would be showcased this year that would represent, if you will, African African filmmakers. So a lot of exciting things happening.
It sounds very exciting, I must say. This is a must attend festival, I must confess. So if you're living in Helsinki or any part of Finland, I think this is something you should look out for. The darker days are fast approaching. So why don't you take an opportunity to see these screenings, films for yourself? This festival, I must confess, is going to be. I mean, it's going to be really, really great to attend. Now, let's look at Think Africa's involvement in this film festival. Is this the first time Think Africa is partnering sort of with the Helsinki International Film Festival? Why the involvement and what's so important?
Mm. Well, as I mentioned, I've only been working with Think Africa for, I would say, about a year now, and to my knowledge, this would be the first. But they've definitely been they'd worked previous year. I don't know how involved they were in the previous years in the selection of the films, but what was special about this year around is that it was also in collaboration with the Ubuntu Film Club, which is a really great initiative run by young, passionate filmmakers and film enthusiasts who show, who bring together a community of young people who just love film and like to get together and watch films and also discuss the films afterwards, and creating kind of like a positive environment for young people. So Think Africa was involved with also with Ubuntu Film Club, and then also bringing together the Moroccan and Tunisian embassies here in Finland to also collaborate in helping bring some of the films from those countries, as well as other support for events which will be showcasing these films. Yeah, so I think Africa has played a facilitator role in some parts, as well as just helping make curate the films, helping select which films would best represent Africa, as well as those making sure that there's a diversity in the stories that are being told and the films that are being showcased.
That's really awesome to know that. I know Think Africa, with their track records, they've served the African community in so many diverse ways. That's really commendable. I must say. So their involvement this time with Helsinki International Film Festival, I'm sure that it's really going to go a long way for the African community as well, and I applaud them for that. Now let's look at what else can we look out for? can those going to watch the films? What other things
Mm.
can they look out for apart from the filming in the festival?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, of course, other than watching amazing films and following these beautiful stories that have been brought to the screens in Helsinki, they will Think Africa has organized a panel discussion, which is titled Directors' Perspectives on Tales Told. It will be moderated by Akin Sola, and we have some very exciting panelists that will be taking part. So we have all of which are filmmakers, to note, from different parts of Africa. So there is a Moroccan filmmaker named Mohamed El Abodi, who actually is based in Finland, has done over 30 short documentaries. Some of his films have also been nominated for Prix Europa, and he really has quite extensive experience with filmmaking in Africa, but as well as in Europe. We also have then Fiona Musanga, who is part of the Ubuntu Film Club, part of the founding. She's one of the founding members, and she's also a filmmaker based in Helsinki, and she has done short films herself, one of which is called Don't Worry and Lonely. So we're really excited to hear kind of her perspective, a little bit of a younger perspective, definitely of a holistically creative filmmaker in a lot of ways. Then joining virtually, we'll have Sophia Alaoui. She has one of her short films will actually be showcased in the short station. The film called What If the Goats Die. So very excited for that. And then the last panelist will be Sam Soko, who has received a lot of awards for his film Softy, or a documentary film, which follows the story of a politician who's trying to run for office in Kenya, and some of the challenges he faces with trying to fight a corrupt system. So yeah, a really well-rounded panel discussion that's being hosted by Think Africa, which will happen live at Festival Center, Biorex in Helsinki, or can also be viewed virtually on Think Africa's Instagram page. And this will happen on the 22nd of September at 5 o'clock Helsinki time.
Sounds exciting, interesting films coming through there. In case you just joined us, you're watching us live from Nana TV International. We're discussing Helsinki's International Film Festival in collaboration with Think Africa. Think Africa is one of the organizations, one of the biggest actually, organizations in Finland. So yes, and I'm here in the studio with Yolo Kenny. We're discussing it pretty much about the whole festival and when and why Think Africa is involved, and so much, so that there's more actually, as Yolo Kenny mentioned, there's more to just going to view the films or the screening, and also a lot more to offer. Many thanks to all our viewers online. When you join us, kindly share and invite your friends. And of course, you also, I'll be from today's session, I'll be picking, if you're lucky, I'll be picking some viewers to give you free tickets to go watch any of the films, which is slated for the 16th and the 26th of September this month for the Helsinki International Film Festival. So if you're lucky, you be that lucky winner to go and watch any other movies. Just send me if you are picked, you just send me your email address, DM us your email address, and we will send you the ticket to go with your loved one or a friend. We want to make it a girl trip or guy trip to just go and watch the movie, have fun. Any of the screenings you have. Now let's look at African Express in what does it mean because we see around that this year Helsinki International Film Festival, the African Express, what does it mean?
Mm-hmm. I think the term African Express comes from this notion of movement, of moving forward, and a lot of the themes have a lot of the films have themes that are are similar, even though the stories are very different, and universal themes, which are not only African themes, but in this catalog, obviously very much within the African perspective of migration, movement, searching for home or trying to get back home, um, feeling of also movement of feeling perhaps conflicted with old and new, whether you're trying to move outside of a society where you feel like you do not have agency, or the complete opposite, which is you are in within your society, within your environment where you feel like there's just too much movement. So this whole perspective of motion, movement, is where I think the name then African Express has come from. You think of a train moving, you think of going somewhere. So that's I think the common thread that you can see across all the films.
Well, because I am asking, when someone contacted me, was like, "Oh, no, no, the African Express doesn't mean that we're gonna, see Nigerian actors or actresses, or Nigerian film directors, or Cameroonian film featured films, or Ghanaian, Kenyan, you know." That kind of notion, is it possible? Is that it? Is it possible to have one of these popular African film directors, or any of the featured
Mm.
African films?
Yeah, I mean, well, popularity, I guess, is relative to your environment. So some of these names definitely could be well-known names within their own countries. But for a lot of these films, and for the audience that is being brought to, this could be definitely the first time that anyone has heard of them, which is amazing. However, a lot of these films have been on international film festival circuits, have won awards. They've been highly celebrated in their different spaces, and it's countries all over Africa that are being featured. Like I mentioned, from Kenya, there's Tunisia, Morocco, Egypt. Yeah, so there's quite a wide representation of films from different parts of the world, different parts of Africa. So yes, it might not necessarily be your popular Netflix type of film per se, the
Exactly.
big
Mm.
blockbuster. Yeah, and maybe not your big blockbuster
Yeah,
or
I think
Nollywood.
that's the notion people are having out there. So it's better we clear the air.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. I think whilst there's absolutely a space for Nollywood and other blockbuster type industries, it's amazing. There's also definitely a need to showcase some of these more niche stories, um, these documentaries that are being showcased, and also with celebration of the artistry that's happening behind the scenes, and the work that's really going into creating these films.
Right. Well, we are watching Nana TV Live International, and we were discussing Helsinki's International Film Festival, which is slated for the 16th and the 26th of September. So it's a must attend wherever you are in Finland. I would recommend that you would go with your family, friends, even foes alike, and just grab a popcorn, and sit down, relax, and enjoy these films. Any of the screenings, different venues across Helsinki, as you're looking at mentioned earlier. So today I'll be giving 2 free tickets, and I am going to pick from the viewers. So if you are here watching, you might be that lucky winner to get a free ticket to go and watch the film, any of the films. 12 African selected films, actually. So it will be exciting. It will be exciting moment. We want to take a quick break. When we come back, we will look at, we are not in normal times with regards to COVID and its and its challenges. So, I mean, I know people will be worried. Is it going to be an online screening? Is it going to be an online or in person? We'll find out when we come back. Please stay with us.
Yep, we're good. Just hold on for me, okay? Just a minute. Let me just check something.
Yeah, it's time to drink water. You're doing great.
Thanks, Nana. There seems to be a bit of a delay. Is it also on your side?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
I'm sure it's just the connection, huh? It's an internet.
Mm, yeah, because it can be, both of us. So maybe it has to do with Facebook. Usually Saturdays are really packed, are
Right,
choked. So
right.
yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back from that break. Welcome once again. If you live in Canada, you live in Quebec City, and you want, a very cozy and a friendly environment for the whole family to enjoy sumptuous lunch meal, then we recommend Phil's Fish and Chips restaurant inside 2900 St. Louis, Quebec City. Customer service is out of this world. It's top notch. Crunchy fish with crunchy chips, exciting and lovely environment, lovely workers. I love them. I love them. I love them. So I invite you to also go there and, experience yourself. Phil's Fish and Chips. They said it's the British style, and when you get there, you know what that means. British style, exciting out there. So thank you so much for joining us once again. Otusumo, coming to the end of our discussion on Helsinki International Film Festival, which is coming up on the 16th through to the 26th of September. And I'm here with Yola Kenny. She is with Think Africa organization. And Think Africa organization is one of the biggest organizations in Finland, working hand in hand with immigrant community, of course, enhancing cooperation here and there. Amazing, amazing NGO. If you haven't had the time to check them out on Facebook, Instagram, Think Africa organization, be part of it. They're doing really, really great stuff out there. And fortunately, Yola Kenny is part of them, and she's doing great with that organization. And we're discussing about the Helsinki International Film Festival and Think Africa's involvement. And of course, this year, they are featuring 12 African films or African filmmakers. So Yola Kenny has given us detailed information about the film, the filming, the screening, and then screening of various venues in across Helsinki. And today I'll be giving 2 tickets to my cherished viewers to go watch any of the movies in Helsinki. All you have to do when you are selected, you send me or you DM me your email address, and voila, you just get your tickets. Go watch the movie with your loved one, or grab a popcorn. You want to have a me time. This is the moment. The dark times are fast approaching. I must assure you. So this is the time to take take the chance and go have fun. Now let's look at COVID restrictions, COVID safety measures. Yola Kenny, is this online screening or is it in person? We have to go and grab our popcorns and sit down, cross our legs, relax, and enjoy our films. Or we sit at our homes with our popcorn and have coffee and with friends, and there's a way you can watch it. How is it going to be like?
Yeah. Well, I think there isn't just you unfortunately just can't quite get the real film experience without being in the cinema with the big screen. So luckily
Isn't it?
that's how it will be arranged this year. However, obviously keeping in mind all the restrictions that are needed. So all venues will only be filled to 50% capacity. This is to ensure that, anyone who comes to the films is able to maintain a safe distance from anyone else. Groups are allowed to sit together. However, if you're not part of the same group, then you do need to maintain the necessary distance and all other safety precautions that we have all become accustomed to by now, such as good hand hygiene. It is recommended that you wear a mask at the venue, inside the venue, unless you do have a medical reason for why you cannot. And yeah, the team at the Helsinki Film Festival is making sure that they're handling all necessary precautions that are needed. And of course, just urging people to be responsible. So if you do feel like you are ill, please do not attend. Maybe you could give your ticket to a friend, or buy a later ticket. Try to avoid being too close to other people when you are attending. Arrive in time so that you're able to have the space and time to kind of really settle in your seat and have this full experience. And there will be no cash payments, so it'll all be, we're trying to avoid contact as much as possible. So you buy your tickets ahead of time. Any other payments that are made will be done by card payment, also, just to try and help maintain all of the necessary safety precautions.
That's really good to know. Awesome.
Mm.
That's really good to know. Now, if I go on the screen, Miriam Munizero says, thank you, Yola, Kenny, and Nana, for supporting the films. Thank you. Miriam is the president of Think Africa organization, and then she writes that there will be a discussion with 4 film directors on the 22nd September, and then there's a link actually on the page on the page, so you can also click on Think Africa, www.thinkafrica.fi. African film directors share a perspective on storytelling, and then you have all the answers that you're looking for. And it says, if you have any questions for them, please put them in the comments so that you have it. I would also, before we go, I would also be selecting from the viewers, 2 of the viewers, and be giving 2 free tickets. But before I do that, I want to ask Yola Kenny, what is, let's estimate, I mean, ticket average, what's the average cost for a ticket?
Well, it varies from about 10 euros, I believe, to about 14 euros 50, if I'm not mistaken. It really does depend on the venue and the film that you're watching. But you can also buy the festival passes, which allows you to watch more than just one film. So you can have 5 tickets, 20 tickets, 12 tickets. But I would recommend, for anyone who wants this information, to see the different options available, because it's usually a lot better to choose which films you're interested in, and then look at the Helsinki International Film Festival website. So that's www.hiff, so HIFF.fi, and their tickets
Right.
page is very straightforward. It's very easy to follow, and you can kind of pick and choose from there and see which ticket option is best for you.
Right. That's good to know. Thank you so much, Yola Kenny, for joining us here. Karina Mugo, you are late, sadly, but as you're one of the loyal fans of Nana TV International, we're discussing Think Africa. I don't know if you know about Think Africa, one of the biggest organizations in Finland, working close relations. I mean, close with immigrants, and of course anything regarding immigrants. So if you haven't heard about them or you don't know yet, contact them. You can find them on Facebook. Think Africa. And so today, my lucky winners, I am going to go on the screen and give my lucky winners for this film festival. We discussed about Helsinki International Film Festival, which is coming on the 16th and the 26th of September this month. And I discussed with Yola Kenny, is a member of Think Africa organization, and Think Africa is also giving out free tickets. So I don't have to keep them. They're not mine. They are yours. So I'm going to give them out to 2 of loyal fans. And so you can go and watch. All you have to do, when I select you, you send me your email address, and voila, you just have a ticket. So that's Think Africa for you. They think about the welfare, and they think about everyone. I mean, there are hard times, isn't it? So if you are not able to, buy, Think Africa is being generous to give you free tickets to go watch with your family, with your loved one, anyone you choose to. So for being a loyal fan, Karen Amugo, I am giving you free tickets to go watch any of the films which will be screening for the Helsinki International Film Festival in Helsinki. There are various venues, so you choose. Just send me your email address, Karen, and we will send you a ticket. Congratulations, Karen, for being such a dedicated and loyal fan of Nana TV International. If you haven't also heard or of Think Africa, Karen, I urge you to go and look them out in on Facebook. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, they are there, even Twitter, they are there. So you find them. Think Africa, and you will love them. They have a lot of programs, yearly programs. You would enjoy them, trust me. So, congratulations to Karen Amugo. Even though you came late, but you're lucky to win a ticket for yourself and that lovely person. And my second ticket goes out to Ifani E. Okosa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Even if you are not in Finland, let me know so we could arrange that you would give it as a present to someone living in Finland. Ifani Okosa, you are also selected as one of loyal fans of Nana TV, and I know you're also following Think Africa. I know that for sure. So that's why you are also selected to go watch the film. So you've won yourself free tickets to go and watch the films. Any of the films, just send your email address, DM us your email address, and you just have your ticket right there. This one, there's no go and come straight up. You get your ticket. That's Think Africa for you. So many thanks to Think Africa for making this possible. This interview possible. Many thanks to Yola Kenny for your time. Beautiful one, beautiful Yola Kenny, for sharing that moment with us, giving us all the in-depth analysis on Helsinki International Film Festival. So wherever that you are, even if you don't live in Helsinki, any part of Finland, you can as well go and watch these films, or you can buy a ticket as a gift for someone living in Helsinki or Helsinki environs to okay, Karen says, I have heard about Think Africa, but I haven't followed them, so I will from this day. Thank you so much. That's about it. You have to follow them. They're having great stuff. I know you have a good heart. I know you're very active in the migrant community, Karen. So I know you would love Think Africa as well. Contact them, and you would enjoy their services. Karen says, I'm humbled and thanks indeed, Nana TV. You're so much welcome, Karen. You deserve it because you are a very, very loyal fan of ours. So that does it for discussion on Helsinki International Film Festival and Think Africa. But before we go, I would like to ask Yola Kenny if you have any last words regarding what we have discussed regarding Think Africa, regarding yourself or Helsinki International Film Festival at large.
Yeah. Firstly, thank you so much, Nana, for giving us this platform to be able to just make sure that more and more people know about this amazing festival that's happening that will be celebrating international films, but more importantly, in our context, African films and African filmmakers. So more than anything, we're just excited to have a platform to promote the industry and to promote people who pour their passion and their creativity into telling African stories. Think Africa as an organization, as you've mentioned, is a nonprofit, and what we stand for is very much about engaging and empowering the African diaspora here in Finland, making sure that the narrative of Africa and Africans is not one that's just skewed with the stereotypical sad tale, showing positivity, showing opportunities for collaboration, making sure that whether you're a part of the diaspora or a Finnish citizen or wherever you may be from, that there's a community that's open and willing to hear new ideas, as well as any shared interests. There's so many different programs that are available for you to join, just even outside of film. So anything from book clubs to youth camps. There's a lot happening at Think Africa. So I think more than anything, this is just one of a lot of programs that are available. So we really encourage everyone to just have a look on Think Africa's page to see what programs are available that might suit your interest, and join us. And we hope to see you in the cinemas from the 16th onwards, around Helsinki.
Right. That's really, really true about Think Africa. They have a lot to offer the African community. Why don't you take the opportunity and enjoy the services they offer? The non-profit organization. They have a lot of programs. So as Yolokeni said, check their page and various activities they have that might suit your interest as well. So yes, that's it. Many thanks to all our viewers were able to join us for this discussion, and I hope to see you all in the cinemas enjoying some moments out there, because we have been kept indoors. Due to COVID, the restrictions here and there. So this is the moment, let's go and relax and network and have some laughs and enjoy the films around Helsinki. Proudly brought to you by Think Africa and Helsinki International Film Festival and other, partnering organizations. And of course, today's discussion is proudly brought to you by Nana TV International, Think Africa, and we have served you better. We hope, and of course also Phil's Fish and Chips Restaurant, hot and spicy fish and chips, the British style, just as you want. Yeah, it's a 2900 Chemin St. Louis, Quebec City. So if you're a tourist or you live here in Canada, Quebec, why don't you go and see for yourself and taste for yourself fish. I love fish, so I'm always there with my family, and I hope to see you there. Their customer service is out of this world. Serene, calm, beautiful environment. The lovely workers, I must confess. Thank you so much, Phil Fish, for holding us down. We so much appreciate you all. Yes, so that does it. Yolokeni, once again, thank you so much for your time. I know it's a Saturday. A little of your time with us to also kind of supports the filming which is happening in Helsinki. As I said, please take the opportunity, take the initiative, and go watch these films for yourself. It's a time to relax and have fun. Many thanks to my producer in our studio, Uncle Ben. Tomorrow, A Chat with Uncle Ben comes your way with another exciting edition of the show. There are issues coming up, and I must say, they are mind-boggling. A lot of people are going through hell. COVID is doing a lot of havoc, causing a lot of havoc in homes, in relationships. That's why A Chat with Uncle Ben is on tomorrow. What is up for tomorrow with A Chat with Uncle Ben? See for yourself and witness for yourself. 2 p.m. finish time. 9 p.m. finish time. 2 p.m. North American time. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. And all our viewers, we appreciate you. Many thanks to my producer, Uncle Ben. My name is Nana. Have a great afternoon or evening. Bye-bye.